Alright, so how y'all doing, boys? Hope you're doing well tonight in today's video. Once again with another Valentine's Day showcase, and as you can tell from the game here, we're doing the Valentine's Day SARIEL. Now, I really don't know why they made SARIEL skin look like this, especially since, you know, this version of SARIEL, it's just, I don't know, you guys already know, especially if you watched some of my previous videos, well, I think we definitely could have gotten the older version of this SARIEL, and it would have been a bunch better, but I mean, here it is. I definitely do like the skin, and I'm glad they've given, you know, some of these newer characters skins, although, you know, we are still missing out on that 5th weapon for Assault Meliodas, but what can you do? This SARIEL will also be getting another skin, probably in the next update. I believe it's a Hawk Pass skin where they're dressed up as a painter, but if you guys don't know what the SARIEL does, the first card here, inflicts cleave damage which does not activate crit damage equal to 300% of attack on all enemies. The second card here, which is a counter, increases damage dealt by 60% and assumes a stance for 2 turns, which taunts enemies, reduces incoming damage by 60%, then inflicts damage equal to 450% of attack when taking damage. A really, really good counter. Probably my favorite counter in the game, just because even at level 2, it still gets those 2 turns, which is really, really nice. The ultimate here inflicts Quell damage equal to 330% of attack on all enemies. Don't worry if you guys are missing out on dupes for this SARIEL, or, you know, you just haven't got this SARIEL. They will return on the very next bundle, which will be the 2nd year anniversary for Global, which will be the brand new DM, which I'm super excited for. Jumping over to the Grace here, decreases all enemies' crit chance by 3% and crit damage by 8% for 2 turns whenever a hero uses a skill. This does also apply if you use a counter and they attack into the counter. So if you basically use your 2 SARIEL cards, turn 1 with a rank up, and they attack into you all 3 of their times, the Grace is instantly maxed out, which is really, really nice. Jumping over to the passive here, increases the 4 Archangels allies crit damage by 8% for each battlefield buff. And the fact that it's the 4 Archangels allies right before, you know, we've already, you know, gotten our festival character and we know that it's the end, but with this and the fact that we'd only just gotten a dark type unit, it was really leading to us getting a light type Mael, but turns out not the case. It's whatever. I really would have liked a Mael, but the fact that we've actually gotten a festival DN is probably better. Jumping over to the gear here, we are rocking the attack crit set, and then jumping over to the cosmetics. Not a crazy amount of investment. I'd definitely like to invest in this SARIEL just a tad bit more, but this is the team we're using today, and let's jump right into it. Here we go, first opponent in a full unknown team. Definitely a rare team to see, that's for sure, especially with the characters he's got. Like, most people don't actually have it. We will go ahead and use the rank up there. Most people don't have Amelia, let alone, like, you know, have all of these cosmetics for these characters. Most people got the Jack of Light Gotha on release and then didn't really worry about this extra one, because I believe they're already, oh, well, would you look at that? Fell for the Iron Food, that's alright. We did proc another Grace effect, so it is what it is. Double rank up there, that'll definitely help us get the Breath of Bless. However, I don't think we'll use that right away, just because we'll probably have the attack disable on us. There's no point. He'll probably just do another one in the next turn. Rushing ultimate with Merlin. Ooh, okay. Gosh, he's guaranteed to, like, if we do that, gosh, it is a predicament, that's for sure. I think we might just try and maximize our card draw. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna go for this here. We'll maximize the card draw, get the go through ultimate. I do really just want to hold on to those rank ups to see if we had have done the double rank up and gone for Breath of Bless. Merlin used ultimate, hasn't used any of their cards, so they'd throw out the ultimate and then would also be attack disabled. So hoping we can get another Breath of Bless in this next turn. I mean, we can still get the level 3 counter, so probably a little bit better, that's for sure. And let's see, we'll also be able to get a level 3 counter, which is absolutely huge. This SARIEL's damage is just so absurd. Like, honestly, definitely happy with how SARIEL turned out. At first, like, on paper, when I first saw them, I wasn't too happy with the way they were built. I'm usually not the biggest fan of counter characters, but the SARIEL's definitely helps turn that around for me. Let's see the counter damage. Yeah, and like, you can get that turn 1, like the damage they do is just absurd. And forfeit right off the bat. And a King Kyo team. I have definitely, don't get me wrong, Kyo's by far one of my favorite characters, but with the amount of utility you get out of this new Valentine's Day Moleskula, don't get me wrong, I haven't used her a bunch. I believe I've only done 2 videos on her as of yet, but I'm really enjoying that unit and may end up being, just with like the crazy amount of like support she provided, the fact that we could use Assault Meliodas in a video and not just get absolutely slaughtered was beyond absurd to me. I was so surprised. But yeah, no, just all the stats she provides, like all the basic stats to all of your allies, and also the fact that you don't have to worry about ignites is huge. Don't get me wrong, not like a crazy amount of people have Kyo, but it is still really nice. And would you look at that there? Not too bad. That is going to do a lot of damage to his king, especially since the counter applies before the shield. Yeah. Probably not his smartest play, that's for sure. We'll go ahead and remove those, and that should just about wrap up this match. Let's see, I'm really hoping the pumpkin bombs doesn't actually kill... Actually, no. Who am I kidding? That's not going to get anywhere near killing king. What do we reckon from the damage for Sariel? 300,000? 630,000, damn. Was underestimating him hugely, that's for sure. Jesus. Can we get another level 3 counter? Oh, perfect. Muy bien. Exactly what we want to see, but... Yeah, no, even as like an association on like even more meta teams, like using them alongside. I used the Sariel as an association for one of the. Gosh, when I was using the Assault Melee team, I used him on someone there and it made heaps of sense. It was Chandler, that's it. Using him on Chandler. So basically, what my plan was, so basically go for the block effect on Chandler and then use the counter. Same as Sariel, every time he like actually does a counter, that grace applies again, so that's very helpful. And then that third card, we would usually use the Molescular Shield, but I mean, as long as you're using those two Chandler cards, that is just so much value. The Sariel association actually making me enjoy Chandler even more. Like, I just feel like you're getting so much more use having that grace, and hopefully it attacks into us again so we can see a little bit more of that counter damage. No? Oh well, that's right. We'll throw this card out here and we'll get on to the next match, but maybe potentially looking at a flawless video. 140,000 is not too bad. And wow, what is this? I feel like the teams we're facing in today's video have been really different, which is definitely what I like to see. I feel like most of the time you are just stuck to pretty much just stuck to meta relevant teams, seeing a whole bunch of like, you know, whole bunch of trader millions, which don't get me wrong, it is an amazing thing to do. And like, if you're free to play, I know you don't get to invest in a lot of characters, but seeing people invest into other characters is always super good. Like when it comes to holy relics and all that other kind of stuff, like there's not a huge amount of holy relics that are must-haves. Like Gotha's isn't a must-have. The only must-haves for their character, I would say, is the Christmas Awakened Lilia, and that's because she's a completely different character without it. Like, she just is not, like, the best team in the game without it, and she's far from it without it. Like, she's just nowhere near just the insanity that she is with it. But granted as well, you do have to use her alongside Kyo. Is this just going to one-tap Goddesses as well? Yeah, geez, this Sariel looks so absurd. Like, don't get me wrong, once again, not on the power of the Trader Meliodas or King, but I mean, honestly, due to the fact that just how they're built, easily like one of the best counters for the Fairy King, the new Festival King. For Meliodas, it is a little bit hard to tank, but the actual grace effect can help you a bunch, and like, especially pairing them up with someone with like a buff removal card or something like that, removing the stats buffs he gets and decreasing everything else. Another really good character to help counter him, since, you know, it doesn't really matter what type you are, because he's type effective to everything. But would you look at that? Level 3 Breath of Bless into the ultimate. Oh. It's no chance, right? No chance. So I was just going to keep cleaving up with that counter there. No way. Man just killed his own team. Well, yeah, there you go. That's what the level 3 counter can do. Literally one level 3 counter and just everyone's gone. Way too many Breath of Bless cards, Jesus. We will go ahead and merge you and I'll get rid of you. Goddamn. Unfortunately lost I was really hoping we'd actually get to showcase the Sariel ultimate there, especially since we had like all enemies alive. That would have been really nice. And as always, if you guys do have any team suggestions, by all means let me know in the comment section down below, or just video suggestions in general. Also, our card draw has been so good in this video. God damn, just non-stop level 3 bloody counters, or just like, even if we don't, like in the next turn, we'll also get one. But I did actually see that the global patch notes, we've got like a dev notes for the 2-year anniversary. And in there, of course, we do have the pretty much like the upgrade or the new version of the training cave. But I was super disappointed because I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw heaps of people say it's not that big a change. It's slightly better rewards, but just like a longer version of it, which, I mean, it's not even like how long it takes to do that's time consuming. Like, you have to do it fairly often, which isn't even the thing, but just how often you have to do it and how like, just the rewards aren't the greatest. Like, don't get me wrong, it is like the only way to just like passively gain the UR stones and whatnot, but like, I can definitely understand, especially if you've been playing since, you know, release or since Training Cave came out, you have probably done a whole ton of them, and like, it is easily audible at this point. Like, I even would have preferred them to like make it so there was like a expert or like a hell version of Training Cave where you had to use gear. I know that sounds very, very whale of me, but like, I don't know, maybe just spice it up a little bit. We've been having the same thing for quite a while, and since they've gone ahead and updated, I don't know if they'll do it again for a little bit now. But also, those first 2 turns, SARIEL just completely obliterated everyone. And what are you gonna do to Zeldris? 180,000. SARIEL is seriously just too good, if I do say so myself. Still really wish this could have been the older version of the female SARIEL. We got robbed. And onto our final opponent. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like this video has gone super, super fast. And I thought we could finish it off on another level 3 counter. That's alright, we will... I think we might go ahead and go rank up and we'll just throw out the attack card. I feel like if we manage to weaken King enough in this first attack, we should be able to kill him with the counter. It is level 2, so it is quite a big difference to level 3, but also decreasing the amount of damage he does, which will in turn decrease how, you know, strong the shield is, which is really nice. Another Breath of Bless. I mean, don't get me wrong, Margaret isn't as powerful as she was, especially on release. Like, when Margaret released, it was one of those cases where, like, if you weren't using her and Goethe, you weren't really winning. I feel like there's, like, a lot of areas in Grand Cross that have been like that, but now she's still super viable. I would definitely say some of her better teams are either the full, like, mono blue Archangel team or alongside this SARIEL, because, like, giving SARIEL access to rank up is just broken. I think I'm going to go for this here. Still got another turn of the counter, which means his king is pretty much forced to just not attack into me, because at this point he's definitely dying. What can we get with the Holy Charge Blade? Is it? No, it's just called Holy Blade with the charge effect. Okay. I mean, yeah, look, she still does such nice damage. Having the cleanse at level 1, like, look at the blue king that we got, like, you get through the story right at the beginning of the game. He has cleanse and just cleanse, and like, Margaret gets all these extra buffs and whatnot, and with the Amplify cards being some of the strongest cards in the game, and also being the best DPS card for the best character in the game, having characters that can do that kind of stuff is so important. But like, putting that Breath of Bless level 3, it is just so crazy how strong that effect is. Damn, once again, just like, people attacking into SARIEL and just killing their own team. And he's waited all these turns to use king cards, but we're just gonna get up the level 3 counter with, I might just chuck out a Pumpkin Bomb instead, keep his king alive. But yeah, no, get the level 3 counter, and once again, his king just isn't allowed to attack. I don't know, I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like SARIEL has just completely wiped the floor, popped off in this video, but we definitely have gotten some lucky matchups. But we didn't come on to like any super whales, because our CC isn't like overly high or anything. And that just shy of 300,000. Look at that. No level 3 Breath of Bless either. And unfortunately weren't able to get the... Actually, no, I'll go for this here. That way we do a little bit less damage with the cleave card, and hopefully, although it will only be against one person, we'll be able to get off the ultimate, unless he attacks into us and kills us, or if he has a level 2 demonic kill zone card, he can also seal the ultimate. So probably just going to be me eating my words here, but let's see what he goes for. Attacking into SARIEL, and then SARIEL's just going to kill him. Ah well, we'll wrap up the video there, who cares. There we go, and that just about does it for today's showcase. Honestly, this one ended up going so much better than the Brunhild one. Don't get me wrong, SARIEL is definitely a lot better a character than Brunhild, and Brunhild is by no means meant for PvP, but we also got really unlucky with the type matchups, and just even just the players we versed were a whole lot stronger than us. But I mean, hey, super fun character. If you guys are summoning on the DM banner, which I'd highly recommend doing so, it is another chance to get Festival King if you did miss out on him, and of course another chance to get this SARIEL. But I mean, that just about does it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.